Hi guys, Jay Smith here. Welcome to the AskGolfNut channel. Today we're doing the COBRA Forged TEC Iron. Now they make two in the range. You've got the standard Forged TEC, which this one is, at 29 degrees for 7-iron, and then you have the Forged TEC X, which must stand for extreme because it is in its way of doing things. That's 27 degrees for a 7-iron. Yeah, that's rather strong. But again, different a piece of equipment for different golfers. Inside this we have still got the power shell, and we have got 20 grams of tungsten. It's a hollow bodied iron, so there is some form of foam in there as well to quiet everything down for feel purposes, or sound more than anything else. The difference mainly between obviously this and the X is this one's only got 20 grams where that one's got 65, 45 grams difference, and the looks are different. We are talking about this one has slightly thinner top lines. These are medium top lines where the X will be bigger, and then the sole is, well, compared to the X, I wouldn't say small, but it's a medium sole. When it comes to blade lengths, I tell you what, the good thing I suppose when it comes to COBRA from my point of view is that the blade lengths haven't got out of control, and especially on the players side of things, they're nice and stubby, and I like that. They're quite nice and small. And even on the game improvement irons, the Aerojet being the biggest one, they're not massive, so they've got plenty of help, but they don't look ugly. By the ball, you've got a certain amount of offset there, but actually, to be fair, hardly anything really, not compared to something like the Aerojet, and it's just a not bad looking package, to be fair. And again, by looking at it, it's that transition between game improvement to players. You got the players distance in there, so it looks more like a player's iron, but still packed with plenty of help. I've got it on the farms, hole 5, this time 174 yards. I say this time because I have had the same hole for every COBRA review so far, all the way through from the MB, CB, the Tour, going through, because I want a little bit of continuity. Why not? It's just I'm having to move the tee back, because now obviously with 29 degrees, 34 degrees, 32 degrees, these things go a little bit further. Right, so let's go give this a hit, because this is a hollow bodied iron, and this does mean it has got a little bit of punch to it. Don't go left. Don't go left. That's fine. When I hit that, I'm thinking, uh-oh. Just a little bit shut, Jay. This green's not very big, so anything left is dead nearly, but got over that one. Yeah, just faces 1 degree shut, that's all. That's what's making it go that way. Start left, go left. But 180 yards carry, basically, 34 yards in the air, 47 degrees descent angle. That's stopping. At 180 carry, that's got a 47 degree descent angle. Yeah, there's plenty of help in one of these things. Again, you've got tungsten in it, so that tungsten there is placed as low and as far back as it possibly can do to help with launch, and help if you're going to hit it low on the face whenever you do, to make sure you don't lose too much distance or in the way of distance when you do. Oh, this could be bad. Oh, for a second I thought I was going to turn left, but it didn't. Oh, I could feel the toe strike. Lucky enough my face was open. But that's again, what, 179 again? Yeah, 179. Slightly toey, I could feel the toe strike. There's the path across, face open. That's that anti-left, don't go left, don't go left. But that's good. I mean, what's that, 35 yards in the air, 47 degrees descent angle. That's stopping at any green at 180. Wow, this is thing. It's got the noise this thing makes as well. There is foam inside here, but that's working hard because the noise is very confidence inspiring punch. And if you like a golf club which, well, makes a confidence inspiring noise, again, that's fine, face open, but it's just fine. It's just doing wow. It's low on the face, not my greatest of strikes, but it's fine. 5 mil low. I mean, I'm very picky, and I could feel the low strike on that. I mean, there's a problem when you go to game improvement irons or go to irons of this nature. Sometimes you do lose that feedback. You do lose the feeling of what exactly is this and what exactly is that, but you're still getting a certain amount of feedback from one of these. But again, that's what I would say that's not the most ideal shot for me, but that's still descending at 46.3 degrees. And as you saw there, had no problems whatsoever in stopping. Let's see if we can get a better hit. Face open. That might be, no, it's fine. So there's me there trying to get it up a little bit, get it flighted up in the air. Come on. Oh, I thought it was going to roll back down the green, close to the pin. What were we? 24.6 degrees aloft. There you go. 179 again. But this time it's going 39.3 yards in the air, 49.4 degrees descent angle. So when I want to move flight, I can, and that's going nearly 50 degrees descent angle at 180. Oof. Yeah, this thing has got some punch. Now, I could possibly game this in the longer irons, the ones where, I mean, I like my blades. I like the feeling of an iron when you strike it to be like soft and dead and dull and all that lot. But when it comes to going to 5 irons and stuff where launch is important, I could definitely go to something like this because of the help, the clear help that it does give you when you want the golf ball getting up in the air. Now 40 yards in the air nearly, I'm going to struggle to do that with my, yeah, wow. That's the 20 grams of tungsten in this to help in that. Right, one last one. Let's see if we can get one up in the air again. Oh, thinned it. Caught it low on the face. I mean, that's still ample. That is still ample. Just caught it low, so it's not going to quite go as well as I'd like. You can see there, the strike weren't too bad, just slightly low on the face, 7mm toe, 4mm low. 39 yards in the air, 49.3 degrees descent angle, so it's still doing really well considering I didn't feel that I hit that the best. Now, when it comes to what this golf club is designed for, this golf club is designed for the individual who wants to transition from a game improvement iron into more of the player's sector, but doesn't want to look at a game improvement iron with a clear, open tech staring you in the face. This is a much cleaner golf club, but it's got plenty of help. It's still got the tungsten in there, still got the hollow bodied, still got the power shell tech to give you a little bit more rah off the face. But because it's going to be designed for the person who's not going to be swinging at 92, 93 miles an hour with a 7-iron, it's going to be directed at the person who's going to potentially be in the 80s, the low to mid 80s. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to now turn this off, go onto the range, hit this a load of times, do the forgiveness testing, high toe, heel low, hit it all around the interesting parts of the face like we do, but I'm going to hit it at a lower speed. So that means we can see how well this Forged TEC club actually does at the speed it's designed to be used for. Now hit a load of shots with the Forged TEC iron, 29 degrees remember, so it is more of the modern day normal when it comes to a 7-iron. Again, things move over the years. I can remember traditionally lofted 7-irons being 36 degrees, now it's 34, and now you have an irons go from 7-iron all the way down to 26 degrees and so yeah. But then they've also got different technology within them to help launch, etc. So yeah, they're all designed with a certain loft and technology design in mind. So let's go have a look at how the Forged TEC got on when I hit it all over the face. Captured the averages like I always do, but I've also captured some very interesting strikes to see how well the Forged TEC, the standard Forged TEC, got on. So ball speeds on average for the Forged TEC is 116.1 miles an hour, launching at 17.5 degrees, spinning at 5.2, 5,200, which is not bad whatsoever. We're carrying at 167 yards, peaking at 30 yards in the air, and descent angle as close 45 degrees, which is the magic number. Now this is obviously 7-iron, but 167 yards carry is not bad considering club head speed is at 85.5 miles an hour. So what I've tried to do is I've tried to swing this golf club at the speed where the designers of this type of golf club, the player's distance sector, is looking for the person to be swinging in and around. When you can go full into 90 something plus miles an hour, you're talking that the individual produces enough speed anyway, so they don't need really the assistance and the help and launch that a tungsten filled Goliath will give you. That's the player's cavity, in Cobra's term, possibly the Cobra Tour iron rather than the Forged TEC. But efficiency is 1.36. Remember, this is hollow head, so it's going to give a fair amount of spring. Angle of attack is 3.3 down, club path is 0.6 from inside, face to path is 0.8 open, so little baby fade, and loft of 24 degrees. 0mm heel, 2mm low is my average, but you can also see standard deviation on there because, again, that's a measure of my variance, and there was some variance in there because hit loads and loads of normal shots, as normal to see how well it does, interspersed by some very interesting strikes to see how well this Forged TEC does, and of course it shows up there as standard deviation variance. But let's go have a little look. We can actually see on the compare screen that, considering it's doing a very, very good job of descent angles and peak heights, considering I'm taking speed off of my normal 92, 93 miles an hour. So capture this one. First one, 17 millimeters heel, 0 mil high, but 17, so 3/4 of an inch off the middle. Efficiency is 1.33, 0.03 off the 1.36 average, which is very, very good considering this thing is nearly 3/4 of an inch towards the heel, towards the hosel rocket area. It done very, very well. If we move to a nominal heel, a 10 mil heel, efficiency is 1.36, which is exactly the same as the average. Again, this iron is doing very, very well. If you then go to a low strike, 11 mil low. Normally, when you do a, say, 11 mil low on a blade, you're going to get the fuzzy fingers. And if you do that in the cold of February, in January, when it comes to the UK, you're definitely going to get the fuzzy fingers from 11 mil low. But this thing done exceptionally well. We have dropped efficiency now, because obviously it is 11 mil low, but 1.30 isn't too bad. It's done okay when it comes to low strikes. When it comes to the toe, 14 mil toe, 0 mil high, so just 14 mil toe, which is over half an inch away. A face which is 2.7 open, and it's still done efficiency of 1.36, which is mighty impressive. Excuse me, mighty impressive from the Forged TEC. Extreme toe, let's go mental. 22 mil toe, 6 mil high, so it is, I mean, delivery is fairly good, 0.3, 0.9, and loft at 25 degrees. It's done well at 1.29 efficiency. This is extreme. This is properly extreme, and it has dropped a little bit of efficiency, yes, but this is kind of messing about more than anything else, hitting something that far off of middle. And generally speaking, if you're hitting something that far off of middle, I wouldn't be going for the Forged TEC. I'd be going for something much bigger, possibly the Aerojet in its helpfulness. Although if you were hitting 22 mil and around all sporadic strikes, I think rather than golf clubs, I would be looking at lessons to try and help the strike situation first. But yeah, it's done all right considering the weird and wonderful strike. So I've got one here for the slightly slower speed, but then in the middle. So I caught one here, 1 mil low, 0 mil toe, so basically right out the middle. 0 path, 0 face, and it's a fixed 1.40. That is absolutely maxed out. It's done it with a slightly lower loft, 22.5 degrees, so I de-lofted it a fraction too much. So it has artificially, being honest, it has artificially increased efficiency a little bit beyond where I'd like it to. So I would say if I would have done the exact same thing and delivered what I would like to loft-wise, I would think this one would be maxing out at 1.38, and 1.38 efficiency with an absolute max out just shows how good some of the other locations where I hit were, considering how far off the middle I was hitting. This golf club, it is a classic hollow-bodied head design. Now, if you're going to need uber help when it comes to this kind of idea, you have got the Forged TEC X. That has got a little bit more of additional, shall we say, weighting when it comes to its tungsten, 45 grams of it in each golf club kind of help, and it will help in certain aspects. But considering this sits squarely after the Cobra King Tour iron as within the range, this is doing every bit of its job that it's designed to do. It looks pretty good. It's a hollow-bodied iron, but it looks pretty good. It's designed to sit in that bracket where it looks like a player's iron, but it's got plenty of help, of which it has. The sound, the feel is a little bit more punchy, it's a little bit more cracky, explosive. You're going to get that from a hollow-bodied iron, but again, it's got foam, but there's always a certain limit as to what you can do when it comes to hollow-bodied irons, but it still feels fine. Again, feel and looks are subjective, guys, and it all comes down to the individual who is looking at it, whether they like it or not. When it comes to performance and forgiveness, well, you can't, there's nothing, you can't argue with just how well this iron works. It's forgiving, it's very forgiving considering its size and what it's designed to do, but it's doing a very, very good job. So, hope you liked the video. If you did, thumbs up, go on, YouTube like, so do I. Down there is the subscribe button, it's free and it's wonderful if you can do, that's great for the channel. Next to it is a bell icon, that's a notification bell, and if you click that one, that will notify you next time I upload another video. So I hope you're well, and we'll see you again soon.